What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noah, and if you're watching this post-tense, then you missed a live stream because I don't schedule them, so I apologize. But I'm glad you're here, and I hope you find something that's moderately interesting about it. You got what I mean? Is that better? Is that better?
That's it.
Ah, that's much better. What's up, JTech Gonzo? Mr. Ohio. What's up, bruh? Javier Von Parker, hello. What up, dude? Irma's coming. Oh, dang. Godspeed, Guns and Galore 2001. What's up, Mr. Sims? Joshua, how's everything going? Big Note? Good, man. Just feeling calm, feeling kind of sad that I wasn't able to get a lot of content out this week for the channel, so I thought I'd check in with you guys with a live stream. Chase, yo! Mira Vargas, how's it going? James Mahaffey, what's up? What's up, man? X Rados SX, Zup. What's up, Big No? JTech Gonzo, you an MMA fan? Yeah, isn't isn't Nunez fighting tonight? Oh shoot, isn't Nunez fighting tonight? Cass, is there a UFC fight tonight?
I don't know, I can Google it.
I feel like there is. Mizzy Momo, what up, Noah? Noah the buff guy.
UFC fight tonight.
Thank you. There is one?
I'm asking Siri if you let me.
The buff guy. Julia Davis, what up? Hey, Julia. S80 Keys, hey, no, my first live chat. Hey, you made it to a live chat. Don't get your expectations unreasonably high. But I'm glad you're here. Corrigan Shendell, how's it going? It's going pretty well. I said this earlier, but I just haven't had a chance to make a lot of content this week.
Yes, there is now.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Nunez.
Yeah, I haven't had a ton of chance to make content this week. Guys, I filmed a wedding. I filmed a wedding last weekend, and I spent the entire week trying to edit that wedding. So that's been good. It's been fun. I haven't edited a wedding in a while. And it's almost done. Probably need like 6 to 8 more hours, but... Shut up, Jess. Sorry, I don't tell my wife typically to shut up. That was more like in a silly way, but it came off really abrasive. She doesn't think I'll get it done.
What? That's not true.
Look, I keep changing my time. There's live chat. Tigran Gregorian. Hey, brother, what's up, man? Logan Allen, can you get some advice? Can you get some advice on TRT, my man? I don't know if you might give you some advice, but potentially. Pug on your rug, can you crush someone with your pinky? I have been doing a lot of pinky curls. I don't know if you guys can see the new gains I've been making, like in this pinky in general. Do you see like those striations? Like, you know. So I think so. Pretty sure. JTech Gonzo, yeah. West Side, yes. What's up? Giovanni Maselli, are you still on TRT? And if so, are you on an AI or ACG? Yeah, I'm still on testosterone replacement therapy. That you guys would know. I would post that immediately on my channel if something like that changed. But nothing else is going on. Define love from Scotland. Keep up on your vids. They're amazing. Thanks, man. If amazing is just me trying to be honest, then that's awesome. And I appreciate the love from Scotland. I've always wanted to go to Scotland. Hey, Noah, do you take supplements at all? I take Deperloft. Let me show you guys what I've been taking every day. So as far as supplements go, this is something I take. This video is not sponsored by Thorne. I'm sure you're surprised to know that. It's got a vitamin C, B6, folate, vitamin B12, pantothenic acid, iodine, L-tyrosine, 5-HTP, stuff like that. My doctor recommended it, so I take it. And then I take vitamin D. I take vitamin D. 10,000 I use because I live in the Pacific Northwest. Although it's been the summer, so we get some sun right now, but it's not good in general. Yeah, Nunez versus Shevchenko. By the way, if you guys watch MMA, who you guys got? I'm going with Nunez until she gets beat right now. Randy Hakeem, hello. Hey. Marco Villarreal. Bud. Dave, you trying to jump in? Is that why you coming over here? Trying to get fresh? Wife guest appearance. I quit stealing my screen time, girl.
I'm eating watermelon.
Hey, do you guys want to meet my new roommate? Does my new roommate want to be met, actually? Yeah. I'm going to quickly introduce you guys to my newest roommate. Came to live with us. His name is Rasta Kid.
No, my name.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet. This is Reed Van Atta. Oh, and then when you go
Done.
Done.
Google all my penis pictures.
Yes. Yeah, this is my new roommate, guys. He's been a good friend, an excellent lover for many years. Jesse and I just decided to bring him into the mix. He's the split in our banana. Three splits. No?
Yeah, I've known Noah for a long time, actually, since probably high school. I went through the first round of his chemical-induced depression with him. We went through a whole lot of stuff together. Lived with him when he was really fresh on the boat of going through the worst of his depression stuff, and been able to thankfully see him claw his way out of it. So, yeah.
Which I appreciate, my friend.
Yeah.
Night rest keep. Awesome guy.
Goodbye, Internet.
Awesome guy. I wanted you guys to meet him. He's one of those people that did not run away when I got really, really depressed. He was one of those people. It was like a strange thing when I first. I'll get back to questions. I'm sorry, guys. I'll start answering questions. But he's one of those people that like didn't shy away from the support I needed, even though he was seeing a much different version of me. A lot of people weren't able to handle me, and he was definitely one of those people that not only could handle me, so to speak, but could just be a rock for me, and it's not something to take lightly. He's also really good in bed. All right, where are we at with these comments? Dave says, I've changed. Dave Laploom, Noah, you've changed my life in a very positive way. Thank you, man. You guys change my life every day. New Jersey gal. Hey, from Jersey. It's good to see you. Oh, yeah, my wife was born in Jersey. Thank you for all you do, from Dave. Thanks, man. Pug on your rug, do you have any ideas on gym motivation? I'm the laziest piece of shit. Yeah, gym motivation. I think the most important thing you can ever consider with gym motivation, or perhaps motivation in anything, is that you will constantly be non-motivated. You'll constantly not feel like doing it. It's more about wrapping your head around the ideas why you would like to, and then if you can, get your mind around not letting it be a choice, you know? But that sounds so cliche. I just, like, for myself, and I've said this, I think every live stream, this comes up often enough, I decided that maybe the gym would help me stay alive and maybe help me feel better, and I was really desperate. And so I just attached something very personal to it. I also make sure the reasons I was going weren't just to look good or be skinny, but maybe to feel better and to do better. And then you have to also find the right thing for you. We're all lazy pieces of shit, by the way. Corrigan, Chandel, I've been sober almost 9 months, and I'm thinking about drinking again. Sometimes something I struggle with on a daily basis. Yeah, that's a big decision, and that's a decision that only you can make. Oh man, Kierkegaard. That's a decision only you can make, and you'd have to live with the potential consequences that may follow, and that's a tough one. I suggest that you write a pros and cons. I think you should go talk to someone who's in your support system that might help you think this through. But just know that it's not a simple decision, and you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Kierkegaard, what's up, Noah? Long time no see. Yes, God, I'm probably saying it wrong. Kierkegaard, guys. This gentleman right here, Kierkegaard. He has offered me. This gentleman has offered me some of the best, most sound advice I've ever received on this channel, and I get messages from people all the time that just help me, which is straight. I'm stupefied at the things I learn, and this gentleman is one of those dudes where I'm just like, I feel so lucky that he watches and he shares that with me. Carolina Torres, what's up? Hello from Argentina. When did you realize you were coming out of your depression? You know, coming out of depression is a weird thing. It's not like, okay, let me see if I can put this into something quick. When you're depressed, you kind of wonder in the beginning if you're just going to wake up one day and not be depressed. And it's not really the way it works. You find you're just kind of like less depressed, in my experience, once you're clinically depressed. You get less depressed sometimes, and maybe you wonder if you're depressed, and then you're horribly depressed, and it can last for long stretches. The day I realized I wasn't depressed anymore probably was days and days and maybe even weeks and weeks after the fact. It's like you become very pessimistic about whether or not you're okay until one day you're just like, oh, maybe I'm okay. And then the longer you stay stable, the more you start buying into it. It's a weird thing. But you just know, in other words. You really do. You just know. Audrey, so confused. One notice of a live session and everything stops. Noah is on TV. Noah's on TV. That's funny and flattering. Thanks, man. Elijah Cummings. Oh my God, Noah's live. Yeah, I'm going. I swear on God, someday. At least this isn't a lie. Someday I will schedule these in advance. But this seems to be my MO, is to just do these all of a sudden. Anthony Cole, creatine and ZMA. I don't know what ZMA is. Creatine is a supplement I certainly buy into, and I've done it in the past. I just haven't done it recently. Joe Tito. Joe, vitamin D is my jam. Yeah, dude, everyone needs to make sure that they're getting enough vitamin D. Gmo Twisted, hey, from Canada, your videos have saved my life. I was diagnosed with epilepsy until I found out it was depersonalization. Oh my God. Off all anticonvulsants and so much better. Yeah, wow. So you misdiagnosed and being treated for the wrong thing. I can't imagine how crazy that feels for you. Like the idea that maybe you were taking something in hopes of helping and then you were getting side effects that were then making you worse. That's terrible. I'm so glad that you're starting to do better. That is probably the thing that freaks a lot of people out the most. Now I'm speaking for myself as well, as medications, anti-psychotics, antidepressants, mood stabilizers, what have you. You get nervous. You don't know if it's going to help or if it's going to hurt because doctors are doing their best to figure out what's going up in your head. It's a pretty primitive science. Ooh, that looks good. Look at my wife eating clean. Yeah, clean eating. Good for you, baby. Good for you. Shevchenko, 5-round TKO. J-Tech Gonzo. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Logan Allen, I meant give me advice. LOL, 31-year-old male, 539, total T, free T 9, 17 for estradiol. Recovery from workouts is bad, low energy. I still lift and run regularly. Yeah, that free T is concerning. Have you consulted a doctor? That should be the first move. Unfortunately, a lot of doctors, guys, when it comes to testosterone replacement therapy, which for those who don't know, I'm on because I had low T. A lot of doctors just look at your total, and it's not your bioavailable testosterone, so it's not really the number to look for. But if your total's in the 5s, I feel like it'd be tough to get a doctor to treat you. But go get a second opinion. RE Vlogs, yeah, Noah's live. What's up, dude? Giovanni, Maselli. Me again. Why no HCG and AI with your TRT? I was able to keep my estradiol, or my estrogen in general, pretty in check just by having a relatively low dose. So I started high. I'm down to 1,200, Jesus. 120 milligrams a week, and my estrogen's totally fine. HCG, I mentioned this in the past. I got prescribed HCG because the wife and I were thinking about having babies and no-nos, but then I got really scared to put something new in my body, and that's something I gotta work through in my head. Javier Von Parker, hello, Mrs. No-No. Oh, you got a hello, Mrs. No-No?
Hey.
Over, Miss. Hey, she says, hey, Marco Villarreal. Still, you actually said my name pretty good. Oh, well, thanks, man. I probably butchered it right there, but Elijah Cummings, what did I walk into? You walked into something special. Mulligan popped 4 Xans, and I'm feeling like a hero. Good for you, dude. Girl Talk 101, do you have any... do you ever experience depersonalization moments still? I mean, not in the kind... So for those of you that don't know, depersonalization is like this dreamlike state. I can liken it to waking up from a horrendous hangover mixed with poor sleep and then jumping on a bunch of caffeine. It's just, you feel detached a bit from your typical reality, but when it lingers or it becomes strong, it can be very frightening. It comes with a lot of anxiety. And I would say no. I don't think I have brain fog sometimes, but typically I think it has to do with inflammation or poor choices or poor sleep or something like that, as opposed to classic dissociation, derealization, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Oh. We've got our first troll. That's good.
Are they trolling me?
No, dude.
Yeah.
Someone always jumps on and starts talking noise. It's no big deal.
Nice.
You just block them. It's all good.
I want to do that too. Hold on. Gotta sign up.
Scud says, hey, so I was supposed to be hospitalized. Well, no, my dad won't let me fund. Oh, wow. I think... Dang, yeah, we talked about this, didn't we? That's... How old are you, Scuds? That makes me want to know. J-Tech Gonzo... Wait, I'm lost. Did he ever have an accent or not? No, I've never had an accent. I'll just mess around a little bit. Maya Thomas, Mom! Do not super chat me, Mom. Do not super chat. For those of you who don't know, if you want to get your comment bumped to the top or support the channel and help support what I do, you can offer a super chat, and it's a way to like get your comment immediately answered, which it does, and support the channel. And last time I did this, or a couple times ago, my mom noticed I was live, and she like super chatted me like 40 or 50 bucks, which is ridiculous. And I was so excited. I thought one of my viewers online was like just pledging that money to the channel, and it was like my mom. So now anytime I see her, I'm like, don't, Mom, Do not do that. She's like one of my biggest supporters. She doesn't need to give me any more money. Oh, man. Where were we? My bad, guys. I'm trying to get through or figure out where I'm at for comments. I know I could always handle you too. Wait, is this my mom? It must be my mom. Or it's someone posing as my mom. Anyway, Marco, any advice for depression, thoughts of suicide? I think if anyone's ever having thoughts of suicide, first of all, if you think there's a chance you could act on them, just say something to someone. That being said, I think it's pretty normal to have those sort of thoughts. I think it's pretty normal for those thoughts to come up for people that maybe have never formally struggled with depression or mood problems, but we just question our existence, or sometimes we wonder if we still want to be here. So try not to take them too personal or attach too much meaning, like, does this mean I don't like my life? Does this mean I don't want to be here? Just know that's part of human existence, but if it creeps into any sort of regularity or you start thinking about hurting yourself beyond wondering if you still want to be alive, just save future you and say something, okay? Where we at? All right, I'm going to probably get to one of those points here. I know there's only 30 of you, so not only 30 of you. Thank you for the 30 that are here, but I might have to, I'm falling behind on comments. I'm getting a little bit lost, so I might not be able to stay in order anymore, but I'm trying. There's a point where I just can't, but I don't think we're quite there. Oh, man, I'm getting lost. More advice for depression. Okay. Elijah, I'm recovering DPDR and depression is recovering, and I want to help others. What do you recommend I do? For Elijah, if you want to help others, I mean, obviously you see the way I'm doing it. I know I can tell we've gotten to know each other a little bit on here. You have something to offer, which is great. You consider making your own YouTube videos. That's a thought. You can be ready to feel people that are struggling emotionally in your day-to-day life and be more empathetic in your experiences with people. But otherwise, I mean, the formal route is you could go slap yourself a degree and you could, start a practice or something. Joshua Perez, quick question. How long did it take from time to recover of low T before your doctor decided to start you with TRTs? Hold on. Quick question. How long did it take from the time of discovery of low T, got it, before your doctor decided to start? Pretty fast. I was in like a treatment-resistant depression for a long time, and when they finally discovered I had low testosterone, just did a few blood draws, and it was painfully obvious that was the problem. So I'd say within like a month or less, we were going. Abel Montemayor, keep up the great fight. Thank you, sir, or madam. My bad. Abel, a guy or girl's name?
Girl?
It's girl.
Mabel?
Abel.
Oh, Abel.
Dude. Look like a dude.
I said Mabel.
MBS 1986. How often do you do cardio? I mean, I do cardio in the form of like what's known as like a Metcon.
Lift weights.
So I lift weights faster. Yeah, and I do CrossFit. So 5 days a week. Rob R. Hey, no, what's up, dude? Elijah Cummings, and it's so easy to miss. I guess it is. Carolina Torres, boyfriend thinks our relationship is shit, and now that I've been depressed for 2 years, I'm with psychologists and psych, but still, I don't know what to do. We've been together for 10 years. How did you handle that? I don't really feel like, I mean, how did I handle it? I was the one who was depressed, so I'm more focused on handling being depressed. I didn't really have to focus too much on my relationship, as callous as that might sound, because I was so depressed. I can earnestly say I didn't really have other than mourning the loss of what was, didn't really have much of the capacity to like nurture or figure out the relationship. I was trying not to kill myself, which sounds so blunt. I think the person that would have a lot more to say about it, not that I'm going to put her on the spot right now necessarily, is my wife, Jessie, who sat next to me, my girlfriend at the time. I mean, I've told people, like, looking back, I remember expecting certain things, and then getting older and moving past my depression, I remember being like, oh my God, what an impossible situation. I've learned more about what an impossible situation my family and friends were put through, and more specifically, the person that was affected most was my now wife and then girlfriend Jessie. So you go from being like boyfriend, husband, whatever, to child who needs caretaking and stuff like that, essentially, and who's going to meet their needs. So it's tough, but all I know is, long story long, my wife hung in there. She hung in there, and it wasn't easy, and Now we have an incredibly strong relationship, and I'm grateful that she didn't give up, and she got me back, so to speak. But it wasn't easy. Really wasn't easy. Victor 2187, does hot weather affect anxiety? Sorry guys, so now I'm just gonna try to do my best to keep up with the flow of the comments, and then I'll go backwards. I feel like I'm taking too long having to scroll back. I apologize. Victor 2187, does hot weather affect anxiety and depressed, like you get sick or dizzy? Maybe. I mean, I think that's an individual thing. Seems possible. Yeah, maybe. Carolina Torres, shitty relationship after 10 years together because my depression boyfriend says we have nothing in common. How did you handle the relationship? So I just responded to you, but I'm sending you lots of hope and luck. Drew Bristol, hey man, keep kicking butt, you rock. No, you rock, Drew. Cody Wynn Vlogs, can you help me to get rid of anxiety? Please help. I can tell you to go to healingfromdepression.com and follow the words of Douglas Block. 12 weeks to a better mood, he can help you. And hopefully some of my videos might help. Elijah, I had suicidal thought once and it fucked me up. I went to my therapist, told him, he reassured me I'm not suicidal, it's normal. Awesome. DRXFT, my depersonalization is getting a lot better now. Good. Silo Bolno, big hello from Canada. What's going on? Stephen Rar, it's gotten to the point where I don't like my mind. Yeah, I think we all get to the point where we don't like our minds. Like, I think that's a universal thing. But it's the only mind you got. So do your best with it. Nurture it. Haley Rankin, I realized I was suffering from depersonalization disorder after watching a video you posted. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. I think it's comments like that. It's the realization that speaking my experience and trying to do it in a honest and mostly humble way is it can make a difference, and that's cool. That means that your story can make a difference. Because I'm not special. I'm just another person out here trying. Later, Casta. Have fun tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll see you when you get home.
Yeah, I might. I don't think I'm gonna do anything after the movie, so I might just come and hang out with you guys.
If we're still there, I don't know how late your movie's gonna be.
Yeah, I'll text you.
Shoot me a dick pic, would you?
I will.
Thanks, buddy. Corey Hanthorn, hey brother, quick question. Seen on another channel, can't remember who, but had you in the thumbnail with the title about racism. I'm not judging, just curious. What the fuck was that all about? Great channel. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've heard mention that someone thought I was racist, I guess. And like made like a video about it.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. It's don't worry, I'm not racist. I have a Mexican mother, I have African brothers, I mix myself. I have best close friends that are all over the spectrum of race and sexual orientation. I'm about as all friendly as you could ever imagine. Rob R, I have had severe depression and anxiety for years. I was sober for several years and I did drink again, and the anxiety day after is terrible, and depression. Have you noticed that, or did you? No, I'm not dealing with any anxiety associated that I can tell since I went back to drinking. I haven't like attached having more anxiety the day after with drinking. But I'm pretty good about drinking lots of water, getting plenty of sleep, and trying not to overdo it. Jade, so sorry you're going through that. And just be careful, man. Just remember, one thing I will say, quite frankly, is that if you've been sober for a long time and you get back out there, you're not going to remember what your body does and how you react in a lot of situations. So take it easy and be careful. You'll end up getting yourself into some trouble just by lack of experience. J-Ted Gonzo, any new tattoo ideas? You have had some of the best I've seen. Thanks, man. Yeah, I said this in like my last video. I really want to expand on my current bunch of tattoos, but I just don't know what to get, and I don't want to force it. But I'm 30 now, so I feel like I got to get something going at some point. Ooh, watermelon. My wife's got a watermelon, I'm gonna eat it. Dean McCool, I appreciate you initiating the TRT videos a while ago. It's because of those that I got my numbers checked. 25 years old, 370 total. Dang. Feel so much better after 1 year on TRT. That's awesome. Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know, like I'm recommitting to the channel to posting more testosterone replacement therapy videos. That's huge for me. I'm glad it helped you at all. Curry Hawthorne. I live in Washington now. Lived in Portland a while. I suffer from the same shit. Major anxiety, depression. It's always a battle. I'm on TRT for it. Definitely helps a lot. The gym helps a lot. Yeah, sounds like you get it. I'm sorry you get it to a certain extent. Obviously, I don't wish depression and anxiety on anybody. But the gym is a place of peace for you, just like it is for me, just like it is for my wife.
Okay.
Oh, hey, yeah. Sorry, I didn't even tell her I was going to do that. So, yeah, keep fighting and keep using every means available to you to attack your mental health in every way possible. Sean Kindred, I live in Portland, born and raised here, twisting a blunt as we speak because cannabis is amazing. Yeah, I wish that I was someone who could tolerate weed, because the friends that I do have that smoke it, which are most of them, they enjoy it, and they're all successful and they're responsible. They don't seem to abuse our trouble with it. But I just associate with anxiety. But roll one for me, my friend. Ballgazer, hey man, that's a hilarious name. What's up, dude? Walter White, is 500 milligrams a week considered steroids or TRT? It's considered steroids, for sure. No judgments, but it's definitely considered steroids. Rob R, thanks so much. Appreciate that. Do you limit yourself when you drink or you get drunk? I got drunk as hell, can't lie. Yeah, sometimes I get drunk. Other times I limit myself pretty damn well. It just depends on the situation. DRXFT, I never found his vids. I'd be lost. If I never found you guys, I'd be lost. If we're just going to sit here and compliment party each other. Christine Tatsafire, thank you. JT Gonzo, you should start doing pranks. Look, when I realize, I'm trying to like manifest destiny. When I realize my dream of being a full-time YouTuber, because that is my dream and I'm owning it, I will be putting out 6 videos a week. That is my goal. And one of the days is going to be Fun Friday. Thanks to amazing people like you guys who've been supporting me on Patreon and supporting this journey, watching the videos, and keeping me positive in this quest. I do see that as a possibility down the road. And I'd love to do more fun things. I'd love to have more fun. And I will. I just have to continue to earn that time. Casey Myro, my depression seems to stem from me comparing my life to those that are better off than me. I mainly feel depressed because I never graduated from college. Dude, I struggle. I'm so glad you brought that up. I struggle. I was just talking to my wife about this. One of my greatest insecurities I've found since I got older is that I never graduated college, and I was surrounded. I'm constantly still surrounded by people that was their path. I went to school, dropped out, went back to school, dropped out, and I'm essentially about a junior by college standards, but I just never found my path there, and I certainly did find my path in film and video when I was in my mid-20s having my breakdown. And my dad's a doctor, like I said. My mom's a nurse. One of my closest friends is a PhD in organic chemistry, so yeah, I struggle with that too. And the sense of worth and getting sucked into what I've grown up understanding and learning is that the more educated you are, the better off you'll be, the more possibilities you have. And then me just comparing myself. Comparison, I forget who said this. It may have been Teddy Roosevelt, but comparison is like the death of happiness. Don't compare yourself. I have to tell myself that every day. I use this app on my phone called the 5-Minute Journal, and I write down positive affirmations because I know it's not that black and white. Everyone has different strengths, and there are tons of successful people that didn't go to college, and there are tons that have. And we all just have to tap into our strengths and find our inner beauty, and I feel like I have or I am, but it's a constant battle. I still get a little eerie when I'm around someone who's extremely successful and very, very educated. I find myself feeling less than, and it's something I still have to work on. B. Stokes, my favorite quote is, what messes us up most in life is our idea of how it's supposed to be. How true. Comparison is like stabbing yourself and blaming someone else. Yeah, if I can work on one thing every day, I would like it to be working on my self-love, self-care, and not comparing myself to others. There's no written prescribed way to be great. So go be great, however you were meant to be great. Hypolaristic, ever tried ISD or LSD? Check out maps.org for psychedelic studies. Nope, not yet. Probably not ever, but I'm interested in learning more about it. I know that there's some legitimate efficacy. Girl Talk 101, what does your wife do for work? Do you want to tell him or no?
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to tell him either.
You want to tell him? You sure? That's so terrible. My wife is a front desk manager at a pediatric clinic. She is a CrossFit coach at a local CrossFit gym, and she does programming and coaching there a few days a week. And she's a student, and she has aspirations of becoming a physical therapist. And she's a really good wife. Tawny Wall. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Nope, it's all good. Just wanted to check. B Stokes says, "Oh, she's so cute." She is so cute, and she puts up with me, so it's extra cute.
It's a hard job. Somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. Scuds, what do I do when I should be hospitalized? Right, we're back to this, but my dad is against it. He doesn't want me to be, but I almost act on those urges every day. Well, I mean, how old are you? Is there any way for you just to get to the hospital? Just who cares what your dad thinks if your life's on the line? I don't know if that's too. I don't know if I have the right to say that, but that's where my head goes. If you
can seek mental health care, and you don't need your parents to know. And I think you can be 15.
Yeah, I think you can seek. My wife just said she's pretty sure you can seek mental health care as long as you're 15. Your parents don't have to know. You can get yourself to ER and just do it. Yeah. Utopia Ruby Joy. Hello from New Zealand. I'm sorry you're having those thoughts, by the way. They're so uncomfortable. Hello from New Zealand. Always ahead of you, praying for you before your day even begins. Much love. Dang. It's beautiful. Thank you. Elijah, if you call 911 and tell them they can escort you, there you go. Keep yourself safe. Jimmo Twisted. Do you find lighting like Walmart makes depersonalization worse? Yeah, I with my battle with depersonalization when I first became dissociated, one of the biggest issues I had, can you guys tell I'm more calm today? I feel more calm today. One of the biggest issues I had was overstimulation, inability to keep myself calm. And nothing was more stimulating than being in giant, ultra illuminated, and then ultimately crowded spaces at once. Fucked my head up, and it made me feel far more dissociated. Girl Talk 101. How do I know if my suicidal thoughts are a problem? I mean, beyond a passive suicidal thought here and there, I'd say if it becomes like a normal thing, I think at the very least you need to be talking with someone about it. I don't like the word problem because mental health is just it's too gray area, but I guess if there was one black and white way of looking at it, I would say the second you start coming up with a plan, it's a problem. And you need to address that problem because it's not worth it. Elijah Cummings, will I ever be the same person I was? I feel like DPDR and depression killed the old me. No, quite frankly, you'll never be the same person you were. Now, that was a tough thing for me to accept, and that is just my opinion, but I don't believe anyone that goes through a major trauma, whether it be circumstantial, mental health, I don't think you go back to being what you were. It changes you. But you do find a new normal. I do believe you can find a normal that you can be acceptable. You can find acceptable, and you can find happiness. It's just, you don't get to take that veil away. You just don't. Now, Elijah, don't be disappointed. If you look at my story and you look at me from video 1 to now, I assure you I spend most of my days, thankfully, laughing, smiling, enjoying my life. But am I the same person I was when I was having my breakdown or before my breakdown? Of course not. Everyone's always changing, for one. And two, it's just different. It's not better or worse. It's just different. And you really do need to find closure. All of us do. Find closure with the person you were before whatever the fuck happened to you happened. Find closure. You're never getting that back. You have to quest ahead to see what's coming. Walter White, would you say you're happy now, Noah? Yes. Absolutely. I would say I'm happy now. Do I still have depressive moments and stretches? Absolutely. Can I get obsessive and anxious? Of course. But do I believe I'm happy? Yes. 100%. And that is something I never thought. And I mean never thought I would say. Corey Hanthorne, I got to go, but wanted to thank you for the videos and taking time out of your day to upload them. When you don't got it, it really helps knowing others deal with it. Anyway, have a great day. You too. You have a great day too, man. Like I said, I get more out of this than I could ever hope to give, so no problem, man. Thanks for being here. It means a lot to me. Audrey, so confused. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. Guys, let's show Audrey so confused, so much love. That it goes a long way for me. It means a lot to me. Anyone that's willing to support the channel, the super chat, thank you. I really appreciate it. You're helping me live my dream, so thank you. Crisis helplines are a pathway for anyone to guide for chat or where to go. Don't let someone else delay assistance. That's class act. She's a super chat, and you're out there helping someone else. That's amazing. So yeah, I wish I can't get on my phone, but there are lines you can text you guys and call 24 hours a day, and they're free. Even for teens, that you can literally call and speak to another teen. Just Google suicide helplines, suicide hotlines, suicide text lines. Listen to Audrey. I'm going to read it again. Crisis helplines are a pathway for anyone to guide for chat or where to go. Don't let someone else delay assistance. Absolutely not. It doesn't matter who you're worried about. Be worried about yourself first. And again, thank you, Audrey, for the super chat. It means a lot. Corrigan Shandell, do you still think you are an alcoholic, or do you consider yourself a heavy drinker? I consider myself... Hey! Okay. So my wife just brought a picture of, oh, how do I get this? Can you guys see that? Okay, hold on one second. I'll answer that question in a second. The hotlines, the crisis text line. I'm not sure you guys can read this. All right, so I'm going to read it out loud for whatever it's worth. There's a crisis text line that's literally text start to 741-741. It's 24/7. It's free. Can I write that myself? Nope. The other one is a National Suicide Prevention Line. I'll put these in the description below, by the way. Suicide Prevention Line, 1-800-273-TALK. And then for teens, it's 1-800-273-TALK. And for teens, it's Take Action. Text teen to teen to 839863. I will post these numbers in the description below. Thank you, baby. I think drinking will always be something that I will have to navigate carefully. I'll have to see how I'm doing mentally, emotionally, how I'm handling my responsibilities, if I'm handling them, if it's impeding my goals, my health, my fitness, my wellness, my relationships. Those are the things I base my drinking. With my past, I forever have to be careful and conscientious. I think it's never something I can take lightly. I have gained a level of confidence that it is something I can incorporate. But I'm always willing to adjust that. I'm just not sure. It's a weird one. I made videos on that. It's upset a lot of people, which I hate doing. But yeah, I'd say I'm an alcoholic trying to control his drinking. Here to stay. I seem to screaming to people, and I ain't gonna be around anymore. And no one ever listens or takes me seriously. I feel like suicide is the only way to prove I'm ill. No, it's not. It's definitely not. And there's no takebacks, as you know. I just disagree with you, and I think you're speaking out of pain, and that makes sense. And it's hard to know how to react. And quite frankly, I used to get really upset when people would tell me not to die, because I was like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how uncomfortable it feels to be awake every day. And it had been months and months and months and months and months since I felt okay. And so in my mind, I was never going to be okay. And it seemed like my only option, but I was wrong. And I just think you're wrong too. It's the way I have to live. I think future you needs you here. I think other people need you here. And as long as you believe you're hurting, you'll be able to find someone else who does too. Nico Mao, how do you deal with testosterone withdrawn? I'm waiting to test new baseline of my T because I changed doctors. Look, one time when I had been on my TRT for a long time, and one time I finally got into an endocrinologist months and months and months after I started my TRT, and he had me come off for a month. And I was certain that if I stopped taking exogenous testosterone, by the way, guys, I got to bounce in like 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, I got to leave in like 5-10 minutes. Thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank you so much. But yeah, anyway, I got off testosterone after being on it for like a month. They made me come off, and I was so... I'm 30, Bernie. I was so scared to stop taking testosterone because like I've been clinically depressed, right, for a long time. And I thought I was just going to crash, and I didn't. I did just fine. So, I don't know. Hope that helps. Here to stay. Thanks so much for your answer, Noah. You've given me a lot of hope in the past. Good. And that just gave me hope that you wrote me back right there. Rob R., what was the worst moment of your suicidality? Were you ever close to trying to do it? Yeah, I drove to a bridge. I drove to a bridge. And I remember beyond that experience, I remember just like being so afraid of how bad I felt that I was like afraid I would just. This Q&A took a very serious tone, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I was afraid of my own hands. I thought like I would hurt myself with my own hands for months and months and months. Oh man, it's supposed to be like a fun Saturday night, but we can always talk about this stuff here, you guys. We can always talk about anything here. So I'm going to be able to walk away from this Q&A and enjoy my evening, and I'm at peace with always being able to talk about these sort of serious topics, because this is real life. People hurt out there. Rob R, sorry to bring that up. No, I just felt the same way. Don't be sorry. Like I just said, it's a safe space, bro. We're good. We're good. I can talk about it and then separate myself from it. It was much harder when I was in it. Carolina Torres, how do you manage to work when depressed? I couldn't actually work when I was depressed originally. It's been like 9 months where I couldn't work. I had to be supervised, hospitalized, and treatments, and I wasn't able to work. But when I was able to work, I had the good fortune of being able to come back part-time. I remember thinking when I first went back to work that I'm definitely too depressed to work. There's no prayer I should be working. And then it ended up being actually a pretty good part of my recovery. It was hard, and I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like myself. It was weird. But it passed time. It kept me more occupied, and the most dangerous thing for someone, at least like me, when they're severely depressed is just to be in their head and be alone, which is where I lived. So I guess it was good. But it was hard. It depends on the job, too. Something I think is a segue if you can't work. I think you can volunteer. Kind of recommend everyone, if they have the capacity, to go volunteer like with an animal shelter or something and see if you can find some healing there. You get what I mean? Walter White, dude, that honesty is appreciated. Thanks, man. I appreciate you too. Raymond Ulrich, no more DPDR after 3 years. Yeah! Dab on the DPDR. Haley Rankin, 7 Cups of Tea is also a great website. Sweet to seek help and support. Okay. 7cupsoftea.com, I'm assuming. Beat It Peaches, making me sad. Thankfully you're still here. Thank you. Snarlia, stay happy and positive. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm smiling. These are real smiles. I can just bring it down and talk real when we need to. Oh, dang. Someone just pledged my Patreon. That's huge. Thank you. I don't know if you're watching this, but someone named Callum just pledged to my Patreon, which is amazing. Yeah, and by the way, I told myself, a live stream, the only video I can't do this, but I'm going to give a shout out to everyone who's here and everyone who watches my videos, comments, likes, engages. Thank you. And an extra special shout out to everyone who's gone to my Patreon and decided that they find some value in me or there and they want to support me on a different level and they feel like they can. Thank you. It means a lot. I take it very seriously. It's not a joke to me, so thank you so much. Truly. Let's do 5 more minutes. All right, guys, let's do 5 more minutes. Yeah. Oh no. Here to stay. I'm so sorry. I missed a super chat. My fault. Here to stay. Sorry for bringing the tone down. You helped me. You did and do it. Here to stay just gave me $5 super chat. Thank you. It's for a small YouTuber. It means a lot. Sorry, bring the tone down. You helped, you did, and do it right. I am hurting so much. My friends think I need to go to the hospital. Maybe they are right. Listen, okay, look. Going to the hospital is not an inherently bad thing. I've been hospitalized. I've been forced to go to the hospital, and I remember thinking I would never leave there. And I was like imagining being like in like a straitjacket and padded walls, and I was gonna die in that hospital. I just knew it, and I remember crying for my now wife Jessie because she wasn't with me. She was like somewhere else, and she had to get to me. And so apparently I was like holding on, if I can remember, I was like holding on to her picture, just screaming, "I want Jessie! I want my wife! I want Jessie!" And she wasn't there. And I remember thinking like I need to see her one more time because I'm never getting out. And so I went to the hospital thinking I was going to just die some psychotic, depressed person alone in a padded cell. And what I ended up finding were incredibly empathetic, caring staff. Most of them have been through horrible things. Oh, gotcha. DRF, I'm Callum. Thank you, DRXFT. Thank you. It's a gift. Thank you. But I remember meeting just people that helped, and I found a book that connected with me, and I remember finding just enough hope to keep fighting in that week or so, week and a half that I was in the hospital. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through, but it kept me alive. And here I am today. And today I'm good. So don't sweat it. Just if you think you might not make it, just go. Just go. All right, 5 more minutes. We'll stop at 50. It's been going on for 45 minutes. I've got a CrossFit social to go to. Stephen Rar. I get intrusive thoughts, that question being, and basically everything from how my mind works. Thoughts, inner dialogue, and literally everything. It's driving me crazy, and I'm afraid I'd go insane. Stephen, you won't go insane. I don't know you personally, but if you're worried about going insane, you're sharp enough to know. Insane people don't know they're insane. You won't go insane, but intrusive thoughts are painful. I think intrusive thoughts are like the most painful thing I've dealt with since my major depressive episode. They can keep me up at night. They can conquer every single second of my day for days and weeks and sometimes months. And I've shared about it. If you ever search Inside My Crazy Mind on YouTube, you'll see me just go off about how obsessive. I suffer from pure OCD. I know intrusive thoughts. And someone said something to me once that really resonated with me. And they said something to the, thank you, Captain Tread. It's Spencer. Glad to see you so active on here. Thank you, Spencer. That means a lot to me. Truly, thank you. Intrusive thoughts. Yeah, they something that someone once said to me, and I'll wrap this particular thought up here, is that you cannot control what you think. You can't. And one of the worst things you can do is research what you're obsessing beyond a quick scan once. So the key is to look, it's a mindfulness practice, so work on mindfulness, but the key is to see all these thoughts, these intrusive thoughts, is not a part of you. One of the things that makes intrusive thoughts for people like us so painful is that we start questioning who we are and our identity. Will I go insane? Does this make me crazy? And it's a rabbit hole. There's no resolution to it. There really isn't. And so when I have one of those thoughts, because I can get going, I've had obsessive, I look at it and I'm like, that's not real. And I can't control what I think anyway. So I will not attach it to who I am and what I am. And then you get better at that. But I'm sorry, it took a long time for me to start getting better at that. And I can still spend, I had like a 2.5, 3 week bout with my pure OCD just earlier this summer. And I was like, bummer. It was really uncomfortable. It's all you think about. Right, old chaps. Mondo. My DR is almost gone now, but it's normal to be scared of recovery. Is it normal to be scared of recovery? It's almost like you've fallen a bit attached to the new state. I don't know. I've heard there's a certain, isn't there a lyric in a song? There's a certain type of sadness. People get addicted to a certain type of sadness. I kind of like remember resonating with that. I don't know if this is what you meant, but like I have like one of those personalities where, like, if I'm doing well, I kind of tend to do something to make myself not do well. It's like I have a fickle relationship with like stability, but I'm getting better at it. Okay, 2 more minutes, guys, then I have to go. Thank you so much for everyone who is here, who decided to join me. Now I got 50 people. Damn! I bet if I start scheduling this, it would help, huh? Yeah, I've got somewhere to be at 6, so I gotta get going soon. But this has been such a good part of my day. You guys have been a huge part of my day. I really appreciate it. Let's answer 2 more questions. 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna hit the road. Steph Kelcor says, depression sucks. I am in school, college, and so much more, but still get that down feeling. Today is my 8-year sobriety. Congratulations, Steph. That's amazing. Depression does suck. I'm so happy for your sobriety. If that's an important thing for you, it's beautiful. But still get that down feeling. Yeah, I mean, everyone gets the down feeling, and I think it's just about not judging yourself for those down feelings or assuming you're not supposed to be feeling a certain way. Just feel whatever you feel. And just make sure you're in touch with when it starts to feel unsafe or different, you know. But feeling down, feeling sad, in spite of great things, it's just normal. It just happens. B Stokes, I was just going to ask if you do these live chats regularly. I'm trying to get these things done once a week. I'd really like that. I really like that a lot. I'll be doing a private one every month on my Patreon as well. I don't mean to keep plugging that, but I'm trying to treat this as a business as best I can without treating you guys aren't business to me. This is personal. It's always been personal, but I'm now attempting to look at it that way. So there's a more intimate private one that I'll do once a month on my Patreon as well. Okay. Tim Tam, hey Noah, can you use your big muscles to push this hurricane away to save my house? God, good luck. God bless everyone who's in the path of Irma, or is it Jose? Yeah, man, my sister is in the Caribbean, or what island is she on? She's in med school in a U.S. territory, and we couldn't get in touch with her for a couple of days, and it was very upsetting and very scary. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there. I think we're in a good space. I don't know, what's the channel? Yeah, Roy O'Day. Roy, what's up, dude? Yeah, everyone should be using omega-3s. Anyway, I just want to keep staying here. Thoughts go out to those affected, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for being a part of my Saturday evening. I'm going to let you guys go, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in another one next week. I'm going to be done with this. I've been working on a wedding for the last week. I filmed a wedding last weekend. I've been editing it all week, so I think I've put in like 30 hours, and I probably have 8 to go, and then I'm free again. And so next week I'd like to put out at least 3 or 4 videos, not just these live chats. But anyway, you guys fucking rock and roll. Thank you. Be good. Have a very safe and awesome Saturday, and we'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you. Later, guys.